Team, welcome back to the GolfHackr channel and welcome to another episode of Scratch22. Today we're back out at Cruise Hill for another course vlog. Start well, wheels fall off around the 10th and it quickly becomes a mission to save 100. Can I do it? Stay tuned to find out. So we're back on the first tee at Cruise here. The shot trace is a bit wayward, but this one does go down the right hand side into the tree, so I'll be punching out with a 6-iron onto the middle of the fairway. Leaves me about 125 yards in with a pitch. I put that slightly right, which means I've got a small little chip with the sand wedge with the hole quite close to this edge of the green. I tried to land it up the top and I'm lucky actually just to get it on, so I've got this 14 footer here for bogey. Leave it slightly short, sways off to the right, breaking right at the end there, but I do manage to tidy up for a double to start me off. Onto the second tee, and I'll be hitting a third from right here on the very spot. So this one thankfully goes down the middle, so that leaves me, I believe, an 8-iron in from about 148 yards. This one does land on the edge of the green but kicks right, so I've got a small little chip up onto the green. This one comes out quite nicely actually. So close that I do manage to get up and down for a double bogey. Would have been a par if I hadn't sprayed that one out on the right, but that's the way it goes sometimes. This one goes right at the pin but just misses and goes down the back side of the green, so I've got that putt for birdie, and here I do manage to tidy up for par. So onto the fourth tee now at 4 over. Another par 5. First par 5 I should say of the course, out of bounds down the right hand side, so I take a 5-iron off the tee to try and give myself a good chance of the fairway. Same again from a little bit of rough down the left hand side, but does leave me with about 134 yards in, which I land just short of the green, rolls out over the back of the green. So with pitching wedge in hand, put this back towards the hole, and I've got about 6 feet here for par, and I do nail this one. Again using the 5-iron off the tee here with out of bounds in the right hand side. This one looks like it's shaping out of bounds, but with a bit of draw to the shot it shapes back in and lands just inside the fairway. I do pull my approach shot here from about 140 to the left of the green, which leaves me a tough chip up onto the green with the flag on this side of the hole once again. I do always struggle a bit with those shots where you need to get straight up and down, get the ball high in the air and land it very close. Thankfully I have a good putt back across the green, so I do manage to tidy up for bogey. Second par 5 of the course now. Pull this one down the left hand side. Unfortunately I don't manage to get over those trees, so it stops short and I'm still left with 240 yards in, so out comes the 4 hybrid. I do get most of the distance, but it lands down the left hand side, leaving me a short little chip in with the pitching wedge, roll it down the hill onto the green. Leaves me about 18 foot for par here, which I leave short, but once again I do manage to tidy up for bogey. Second par 3 of the course now. Out comes the 8-iron. I catch this one chunky and it lands short of the green. Leaves me with a pitching wedge in. One of my better shots on the day actually, get it close, but it leaves me with a downhill putt which I get terribly wrong. So all of a sudden I'm probably looking at double bogey, but thanks to that putt there I do manage to save bogey. Little fist pump there to celebrate the bogey. Go on to the 8th tee and pull out a ripper of a drive, straight down the fairway I go, 142 yards into the green. 8-iron in hand. I do put this one onto the green, but it rolls out again to the back. Big putt back now down the green for birdie. I put this one long, breaks out to the right, so I've got 8 foot coming back for par, which unfortunately just misses the hole. So once again tidying up for bogey. I do miss my shot here on the 9th tee, but it was a lovely 5-iron down the middle only to do that. So playing my 3rd shot now from 100 yards out. I get this pitch, comes out reasonably well, but I just leave it a little bit short. So I've got about a 19 footer for par there. which I put slightly to the right, and that miss there starts the wheels coming off a little bit on this round. So I head to the 10th tee, 10 over, and it's about to get pretty nasty for the poor man on the screen. I put this one over the back, goes long into this long stuff, catch it much heavier than I thought I would coming out, and so I go over the green into the creek. So playing my fourth shot there to get back up onto the side of the green. I leave this putt short, so I'm tidying up there for a triple. Onto the 11th tee now, top that one, straight over the creek. This one I get right underneath, goes sky high, out down the right into the trees. So that'll leave me a chip back out into the green, which actually I put long, so I'm into the other trees now. Don't get enough of this one, so I'm into the bunker. Don't get enough of this one, so I'm still short of the green. I leave this this next pitch I miss, sorry, but don't manage to land that putt, so that's a quadruple. I catch this one a little bit thin, but enough of it to get over the creek, and it heads out to the left hand side of the fairway, just in the rough there. I do manage to catch this one nicely. 7 iron, 161 yards, just lands on the edge of the green. Coming back down the hill now towards the hole, goes a little bit long, but I'll have a reasonable look here for par, which I cannot convert, so that's another bogey on the scorecard. Here we are, second to last par 3, 176 yards. I put this one left into the bunker. Can I get out onto the green here? No, I cannot. Takes a second chance here. Not a bad shot actually, but I had to aim it right just to make sure I get up over that lip so it rolls out down to the bottom of the green. Putting back up the hill here, goes slightly right, so that's a double bogey.
All right.
Big 4 right called there because that looked like it was shaping out towards the fairway next door, but it actually landed in the middle on the rough there, and as you saw then, I didn't manage to get over that bunker, landed myself right in it, so I had to take another shot to get back out onto the fairway. Well, that's where I'd hoped to be, but I actually had to hit out of the rough, so down towards the green I go, just miss that chip onto the green. So I've got this putt here for a double bogey, which I nail. Final par 3 of the course now, 139 yards, 9 iron in hand. Shot trace is a little bit wayward, certainly didn't go that high, but it landed right there next to the bunker thankfully, so I chip up onto the green. I've got this look for par, which I do not convert, but coming straight back, that's a bogey. Final par 5 of the course now, 5 iron comes out, head down the right hand side, but it shapes nicely to wrap the corner, draws round to the left. I'm in the middle of the fairway. Heading down again, 6 iron in hand this time, but the draw's back. This time I haven't allowed enough for it, so I'm hitting out of the rough. Can't get through the trees there, so I'll keep this one low, punch it up towards the green. Lands a little bit short, so I've got this from about 28 foot just off the back of, off the front of the green for birdie. I miss this putt, which hurt, so that's another bogey. 17th hole now, par 4, 5 iron in hand again, go down the left hand side. I've got about 139 yards in, which I push slightly to the right. Little chip with the pitching wedge here, not a bad shot, but just leave it slightly short. Started on quite a nice line, 5 footer, can I make it? It's another missed putt, very painful to watch, bogey. So on to the 18th, not sure what happens to this one here, topped it, tinned it, whatever I did, it didn't go very far. 6 iron, I get up over the trees there, and so that's down the right hand side of the fairway. This one I catch very chunky, so that's very short of the green. I've got a little chip on to the green here for my 4th shot, and I'll get it close enough, so I've got this putt for bogey. And the club champions up on the balcony celebrating with a few beers. They bring me home for a 97. So that's it for this week, team. I'm conscious that I haven't given you much of an insight as to the changes that I've been making with my golf swing. It's over 2 months now since I posted that first video. Shot 91 then, and I just shot 97. So it was always going to be a case of 1 step back for 2 steps forward, but we haven't taken those steps forward yet. So Next week I'll give you a bit of an insight as to the changes that I'm trying to make with my swing, the things I'm doing for training, and I've also got a big announcement coming. So make sure you stay tuned next week. See you next time.